Hey everybody, welcome. I thought today we would do a practice that is just pranayama, just breathing, right? And truthfully, this is one of the most important practices we can do. If you only have 10 minutes to do something mindful, yoga related, probably if you could just cultivate breath for 10 minutes, that would be great. A lot of the yoga practices that I offer, of course, we're breathing and doing movement, which might be better for some folks if just sitting and breathing leaves your mind feeling a little too busy still. But a big part of what we'll do is counting breath. And I do think that helps to eliminate some of the aspect of the busy mind. We'll be counting our breaths a little bit. We'll be using a ratio. And today's ratio is all about helping bring in more calm, more relaxation, and could even be great for sleep. So feel free to use this one anytime you want to relax, really wind down, or even at sleep. And it could be done seated. I'm up on a meditation cushion with a couple yoga blocks underneath my legs. You could certainly be on a chair, or you could even be lying down in bed for this one. So take the position that you feel will be comfortable for you. If sitting like this without a back of a chair behind you is not going to be comfortable for 10 minutes, then grab a chair, be comfortable. All right, come into a place where you feel just centered and still. We'll take a few moments to tune in, connect with sit bones. And just notice the overall quality of your breath currently as you're arriving to practice today. How does your breath feel? Where in the body are you feeling the sensation? Can you kind of tune into it through the nasal passages? Can you feel a bit of breath in the ribs or the belly? If the breath is real shallow in the upper chest, I don't want you to feel like it's a bad thing, but that can be a sign that we are, maybe a little bit more in that sympathetic nervous system, that our nervous system probably really could benefit from this calming for sure. A lot of times as the day goes on, our breathing gets more and more shallow. And when we start to draw it down into the ribs, into the belly, letting more of the whole torso breathe, that's going to send those relaxation messages to our mind and to our nervous system. So just see where you're at without judgment. So even beyond any technique today, I'm going to teach a ratio, a technique, but beyond that, I want you to really try to just cultivate a little bit slower, a little bit more subtle and smooth breath today. If you could start to just feel as though you're slowing the breathing down, you're making it a little more subtle and a little more smooth. And just keep in mind that any sort of competitive pushing, any sort of over breathing is going to be counterproductive. There's no breathing Olympics here. We're not trying to over breathe. That's going to actually possibly bring the nervous system into, more into that sympathetic state, which is fight or flight. We want to bring the nervous system into rest and digest, parasympathetic, where everything is a little more calm and relaxed and the body's doing its repair and rejuvenation type work. So try to bring in just a little bit more slowness, a little more smoothness and subtleness. And we'll try to employ that as we start to add in a little bit of a count in a moment here. I want you to know that slow breathing syncs the electrical activity of the heart, lungs, and limbic system. which can increase your vagal tone. That vagus nerve is a big part of the, calming of the nervous system. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the slow breathing. The slow breathing will do this. Parasympathetic being, again, that rest and digest place. And it improves homeostasis within the body by slowing down certain physiological functions. So slow breathing in and of itself just has many, many, many benefits, even without adding in any counts or anything. If you took just a few minutes every day to slow your breathing down and to feel it in more of the torso, could start to really have a huge impact on your nervous system and on your overall health and connection, your homeostasis, right? All right, we'll start to play with that count a little bit now, though. So we're gonna breathe in for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4. I'm mostly keeping my eyes open today to possibly connect with you, but you, as long as you're comfortable, could close your eyes, please. Breathing in for 4 and out for 4. And try to count nice and slowly. Next few rounds, we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Now we're going to move to 6 counts in and 8 counts out. Try to move to breathing in for 6 and out for 8. If any of these counts feel like they're kind of bringing you to a place of over breathing, go ahead and just step down and do 5, 7. Kind of try 1 less or 2 less than what I'm saying. Stay with 4, 6 if you want. Next, we're going to do a 6 count in. I'm going to try to hold the breath in for just 2 counts and then breathe out for 8. Few rounds here where we breathe in for 6, hold for 2, out for 8. If you are more interested in that 4 counts, if that feels more comfortable, then it's 4 in, maybe pause for 1, and 6 out. That might be a better place for you. Find that place where it feels comfortable. Next couple of rounds, we can do a 6 count in, a 2 count out, or a 2 count pause, and a 9 count out. 6 in, 2 pause, 9 out. And you might just be staying with 4 in, pausing for 1, 6 out. That's fine. That's good. That's great. Stay with what feels comfortable. Now, your exhale, if you're at 9 or at 6 here, this next inhale is 6 counts in. We're going to pause for about 2 counts. And on your exhale, you're going to breathe out 1/3 of your breath. So count to 3. Breathe out the next third, count to 6. Breathe out that next third as you count to 9. Just a little pause. So we're going to breathe in for 6, pause for 2, 1/3 of the breath out, little pause, 1/3 out, little pause, Last third out. Back to your inhale. And those could be 6 count exhales with just a little. And this is just a little pause, right? It's just a third of the breath, a third of the breath, a third of the breath. You're going to keep going for a few more rounds. As you notice your mind maybe wandering, just come back to the technique. Don't place any judgment or any sort of negativity on yourself. Just gently bring yourself back to the technique. Keep going. All right, maybe one more round with this segmented exhale, little 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And then we'll just go back to the 6 count in, 2 count pause, 8 or 9 counts exhale, no segmenting, just nice fluid exhale. Couple rounds like that. 6 counts in, couple count pause, 9 counts out. And then we'll do a few rounds where we go 6 counts in, no pause, and 6 counts out. 6 counts in and 6 counts out. And then finally, just let the breath be natural, normal, whatever feels kind of good. Don't worry about counting. And notice the effect on your nervous system. How are you feeling now? Thank you so much for joining me for this short breathing practice. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know what you think. Have a good day and a good night's sleep if you were using it for sleep.